Yo guys, this is Felix here representing the Live 5 channel, and I'm giving you a new series on the channel. It is the WWE pay-per-view predictions. And this week coming up on Sunday will be Night of Champions. Oh, where the champions roam and the champions will find home in the ring. Smash down, pin, 1, 2, 3. Only way to win is pinfall submission and the Divas choice. Anything goes. Now to get this underway, the first match of the night that I will be reading off to you is Neville and the Lucha Dragons versus Stardust and the Ascension, and they call themselves Team Wasteland. Now this match is going to be very technical, especially with Neville and the Lucha Dragons flipping and flying and diving all over the ring, and the Ascension bringing in their strength, and Stardust, well, his quirky weirdness. But at the end of the night, I know, and this is my prediction is short for this. I know that Neville and the Lucha Dragons will win, only because they are trying to boost Neville's image in WWE. No, he is not as tenacious and as strong as Kevin Owens, but neither was Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy rose up to the ascension of the ranks. So Neville and the Lucha Dragons will win this match, and Neville will move on to get championship gold one day. I believe that. Next on the agenda is going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. Now I know everyone's wanting this rivalry to stop. Even I want this rivalry to stop. It needs to end. This silly, what would you call it? Days of Our Lives thing going on with Dolph Ziggler needs to stop. They need to quit. They're not 10 years old. They're freaking 30 plus years old, and they need to act like it. Take this match off the card, off the match, so we can watch something extraordinary. Dolph Ziggler and Rusev, please. But my prediction goes to Dolph Ziggler purely because of his ability, and he's going to super kick Rusev's head off. And Lana may make a sweet return to jump back in Dolph's arms so they can whiff off into the sunset and end the match. Just that. Dolph Ziggler will win the match because he is one of the best technical wrestlers in WWE. Maybe. Now, another matchup on the card, which is one of the scariest matches of the night, is going to be Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and a mystery partner, and versus the Wyatt family. Now I know that Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns are the favorites, but the Wyatt family with Strowman is going to bring their A game. And they're going to bring their A game this Sunday because they have something to prove against Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, because Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns keep coming back to fight that fear. They keep fighting the known fear of the WWE, namely the Wyatt family. Now, only Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns will win the match, only because they have to rise in the WWE to get championships. They don't have time to be worrying about the Wyatt family and their scary facades. Yes, Bray Wyatt, you should have moved up to the title pool, but guess what? You didn't. So now Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are going to climb up that ladder and beat you to it. Sorry. Now, this next match is one of my favorite tag team matches of the night. And by favorite tag team matches, I mean it is a Night of Champions tag team match, which means this is for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And oh, my brother, testify, because it will be the New Day against the Dudley Boyz in an all-out tag team match to see who's going to win the gold. Now, this is going to be a tricky match, and I'm going to tell you why. Because both teams can possibly win, but I'm going to give my prediction to the New Day, only because the New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston, have an advantage, and he is Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods have a mouth, but he has a PhD, so he can confuse the Dudley Boyz. And I bet the Dudley Boyz, coming straight from Dudleyville, Bubba Ray and Devon, are going to try to put one of the members of New Day through a table, but it will backfire on them because somehow, some way, there's a sneak attack's going to happen, and Bubba Ray or Devon could be put through a table. You know, It's called irony for a reason. And I believe the New Day is going to keep their titles because think about it. Think about the perfect picture. The tag team division is boring right now. So boring that it bores me out of my socks when it's on and I just hate watching it, so I tune into another channel. Think about it. Hell in a Cell, the next pay-per-view, the New Day versus Team 3D versus the Primetime Players in a tables match. Think about it. Tables breaking everywhere. And you know the Dudley Boyz is going to come on top and win it for the 10th time. Oh, my brother. Testify. Now, some people might disagree with me when I say that this match is not one of the hypest matches of the night. It is going to be Kevin Owens versus Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. And the one thing about the Intercontinental Championship is that it has been held by all of the greatest. Everyone who has been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame that is a wrestler has either fought for the Intercontinental Championship or has owned the Intercontinental Championship. You have to earn the Intercontinental Championship before you are called a Hall of Famer. And Kevin Owens, early in his career, has already carved his name into WWE Hall of Fame by powerbombing Cena into almost completion. Think about it. Kevin Owens is one of the hypest people on the card, and they don't even put him on TV that much. He has faced countless of people and has been undermined every time. But against Ryback this Sunday, he's going to pick the big man up and slam him down so hard, he's not going to know what to do. Kevin Owens is going to ruin Ryback's career. Take that title and move up in the card. Kevin Owens is going to mow down everyone he goes through and put his name in WWE history. He may even be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever, because who's going to take the title from Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens is a hungry beast. He is a hungry demon when it comes to championships. He has to have the championship to feed his family. He has a cause for this championship, and that's not going to stop his drought. So I believe this Sunday, Kevin Owens is going to take over Ryback and ruin his career. Come on now. Well, is Big Show going to come in and ruin Kevin Owens? Please. Big Show needs to go home with the rest of the people. Thank you. Oh my goodness. As soon as Stephanie McMahon revived the Divas division, I was hyped. I was so hyped because she brought in NXT Divas to face the Divas of WWE, and trust me, they were getting played out. Paige was getting played out. The Bella Twins was getting played out. Naomi and her bitching was getting played out. It was time to revive the Divas division into what it is now. And trust me, I'd rather watch the Divas fight than some of the boys fight half the time, because the Divas have it all. They have strength, they have beauty, and they have technician. Every diva in the ring knows how to use a submission move to its finest or use a finisher to it. The core, they know technical abilities. And this Sunday, for the Divas Championship, Charlotte is going to reface Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella cheated Charlotte out of her title reign so she could be the longest reigning Divas title in history. Now, that does not call for an ability. That just means she weaseled her way through her title reign the whole time. I mean, come on. Do you really think Nikki Bella is that much of an athlete to go into any NXT ring and face these divas? Psh, please. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Paige can run circles around her, but the WWE needs to hype the Divas division, so they use this match and use those matches in the Divas Revolution to hype it up so everyone can say, yes, the Divas are back. But Charlotte, and my prediction is Charlotte is going to win the match because she got screwed last Monday, and she needs to retain her integrity because she was raised by the one, the only, the greatest Ric Flair, and she is going to figure eight Nikki Bella into hell when she captures and wins that Divas title, and Charlotte is going to hold on to that Divas title. Now I'm going to tell you next time on my review of the pay-per-view what's going to happen with Charlotte when she does win that Divas title. And hopefully she wins that Divas title to revive the Divas division, because her athleticism is going to put her above the edge. And if Bayley moves into the Divas division, it only gets better. Now that I'm done being hype, I'm so hype to tell you about this next match. It is going to be John Cena versus Seth Rollins, the WWE and United States Champion. Now, in this United States Champion runoff, you know who's going to win that match? You know what's going to be a prediction? Seth Rollins is going to keep that title. Now I know, every one of you Cena fans out there, I understand, I'm a John Cena fan as well. But John Cena fan, in this stage of the game, he is not the same as he is when he holds a title. John Cena is protective when he has a title. He's protective when he has a cause. But John Cena doesn't have a cause on Sunday. He has a cause to kick ass. He has a cause to make a wish to whoop everybody's ass out there. He doesn't care. And when Cena is like this, Cena is vulnerable. Cena is vulnerable to weakness, which is called technicality. And Seth Rollins is one of the best technical wrestlers that is out there. And he can take an ass whooping. Seth Rollins takes an ass whooping. Everyone says that Seth Rollins is weak, Seth Rollins is a weasel, Seth Rollins is this, but Seth Rollins can eat up them F5s from Brock Lesnar. He can eat up them FUs from John Cena. So you cannot tell me that Seth Rollins doesn't have the ability to beat John Cena and retain that United States Championship. Now, I do not like to see Seth Rollins as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but I would enjoy to see him as the United States Champion because I know he will be a hungry champion and he will be the person Triple H wants him to be. He will be that man. He would be the man. He would be the future. Because when he hones those skills in the United States ring, he is going to define the World Heavyweight Championship and make it what it's supposed to be, something of integrity and not being a pussy every Monday and every Friday. He sickens me to the core. But Seth Rollins will be the best United States Champion only because he's going to be hungry. And when he wants that World Heavyweight Championship back, he is going to bring back that curve stomp and send John Cena where he needs to be, placed on the bench for a little while. And then he needs to recapture that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But not right now. Not yet, John Cena. You're going to get your chance. You're going to get your chance to get your most title reigns. Now the match that ends all match. And the last matchup on the card. It is going to be, in the main event, it is going to be Seth Rollins versus Sting. The old school versus the new school. WCW versus WWE once again. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait for this match to happen. Because my prediction for this match is that Sting is going to capture that WWE World Heavyweight Championship and win it for the first time in history. He's going to have his celebration only to be ruined by Sheamus when he cashes in that money in the bank. Now, I know everyone's probably like, oh no, Sheamus can't do that. Sheamus is going to wait till Hell in a Cell. No, Sheamus is going to cash it in at Night of Champions because Night of Champions is his time to shine. He's going to take that title, and trust me, Seth Rollins is going to come back hungry and want that title. Now, I'm not going to say that title against Sting and Seth Rollins. I'm going to underestimate it. No. Seth Rollins is going to bring his A game. Even though he faced Cena beforehand, he's going to weasel his way out of that United States Championship match and bring his A game against Sting. Because you have to bring your A game against Sting. Triple H knows better. Everyone in that locker room knows better. Even Big Show knows better. You have to bring your A game against Sting because Sting can take an ass whooping, and Sting is one of the oldest and best in the game. He knows every move you're about to do. He knows every corner, turn around, and turn back. Sting is going to put Seth Rollins in that scorpion deathlock, and Seth Rollins is not going to know what to do but scream and weasel his way out and tap his way into submission to lose against Sting. Now, he may degrade him, say it's degrading to lose against Sting, but come on. Sting is one of the best wrestlers that ever existed in WCW. And you cannot deny, Sting is still wrestling today to prove a point. That even though this young cat is in the ring flipping and turning and doing all these magnificent tricks, that he can come back and win. And I believe Sting is going to win on Sunday. But Sheamus will win the show. But at Hell in a Cell, think about it. You have to put it in perspective. Think about it. It could be a fatal 4-way Hell in a Cell match. It's going to feature Sting, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, and you know that one cat that I'm looking for, Randy Orton. And just think that match will be so vicious. The Legend Killer taking out Sting. The one, the only John Cena taking advantage of Seth Rollins. And then put those two in a match together, and you have the greatest match in history. And it will not be overhyped and overwhelmed, but someone is going to win that championship. You know what? I want to thank you guys for watching. And I hope you take my predictions to the most. But if you want to interact with these predictions, put it in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win at Night of Champions? Comment on Facebook, comment on Twitter. Whatever you have to do to make this guy happy. Who do you think is going to take over the WWE after Night of Champions? It's your call. All you have to do is make it. Good night, guys.